Architecturally, the Dutch are going to bring a lot of ideas from the old world. In fact, they'll build some of the more comfortable homes that we see in colonial America. Now, one of the things they do is they build these long, narrow homes, especially in urban environments where land is going to be very expensive. Consequently, they build multiple stories on the land. And oftentimes, the homes will be very equal in terms of the number of rooms and the size of the rooms, although it doesn't entirely come out here. Obviously, this is a more modern form that you're looking at. And these homes are going to be very, very useful to them. Usually the lower story is going to be commercial. The upper stories are storage and residential. And we often see the stepped gable, which is a common element from the Netherlands, which is going to make its way into these urban homes in New Amsterdam and elsewhere. Now, in more rural environments, we tend to see a 1.5 story structure. And the problem here is with a straight roof, that really limits my use of the attic space. Basically, I can have maybe one narrow room up here, but there's not much else to it. All of this space up above here is wasted, and there's just not much function to that. So what we'll see instead is a different roof design, this roof design. And this double-pitched roof is going to allow the expansion of that upper story. And it's actually known as the Ganbriel Roof. And what it does is, instead of a single very steep pitch, we have 2 pitches, which allows more room in the upstairs. So it becomes a functional second story. It basically widens the house, or allows for the widening of the house. In many areas, this Dutch architecture will have a very narrow eave underneath. The reason is, of course, snow can build up on here. You don't want that. Whereas in warmer areas, they would have a longer eave attached, and sometimes even a porch. So they're going to be coming up with new ideas. And again, it's all based on their environment, their materials, what they have in the colonies. They also developed the idea of the stoop, which is, the front stoop today. Basically a very small porch. Sometimes they will build benches into the sides here, but it's basically a covered entryway. And these are fairly small, again, because of the weather conditions. Also, I should point out these roofs, although in this case you can see there's slate up here, more traditionally, especially with the Ganbriel Roof, it's going to be a shingle. And the reason is it's just too steep to use almost any other material, especially with that gradient where you have one roof at a much steeper angle than the others. So they're going to use shingle on a regular basis.